morning, FGC, Red K, and we got a Fatal Fury City of the Wolves patch note, so we'll get to that right now. So we got patch notes, and CR7 Cristiano Ronaldo gets update because he gets some new clothes to wear, some new outfits, some new skins. Nobody else, just Cristiano Ronaldo, which is not saying anything. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves just received its gameplay trailer for Ken Masters, which we went over. It's on the page right now. Fighter DLC character, but there's another new update about the game. SNK has now released the version 1.2.1 patch notes for Fatal Fury that adds some new content, features, and adjustments for players. The update is scheduled to hit the game later, so it's already out right now as I'm talking about this. With the Cristiano Ronaldo will finally be added to City of the Wolves Arcade and episodes of Southtown, which wasn't previously available in the character. And there was some crazy speculations about what his gameplay would be, about how he's like evil and like he joined it for the money. It was a bunch of stuff. Also, they're adding a variable refresh rate support for the PlayStation 5, which will be awesome. The version of the game that lets players select 120 frames per second refresh rate and the options that may lower input latency. Good. Although the game still runs itself at 60 frames per second. On top of that, the adjustments are also being made to Rock, Vox, Reaper, Kevin, Tararu, Oko, Tumaru, I always get his name wrong, Billy, Mai, and Andy. Andy got nerfed too. Basically, all of these changes are just for the resolving issues. However, there's not much in the way of balancing adjustments outside of Billy losing a fate cancel. Ooh. There's still no release date for Ken yet, but we'll be likely seeing him at EVO next month. So let's get to the City of the Wolves patch notes, all right? Fatal Fury City of the Wolves version 1.2.1 update introduces additional features and quality improvement lights for a smoother, more seamless game experience. Story scenarios have also been added. Cristiano Ronaldo, thank you for playing City of the Wolves. Keep revving it up. New story for Christian, following the football star as his special guest through Southtown Stories, added both to arcade and EOST mode. Apparently, everybody has their own specific City of the Wolves Southtown mode, so that's pretty cool. Jukebox added some new stuff. Get the down fresh and new groove in celebration of Cristiano Ronaldo's edition. Don't miss the update for coverage for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, volume 1.5. Fury by A-Lock and Rev It Up Volume 2. So they recorded a bunch of music, and apparently with updates we get new music to the jukebox, which is dope. Variable refresh rates for the PS5. Added 120 refresh rates toggle. The following criteria must be met for 120 output. To have, you gotta go to, for 120 refresh rates toggle, the setting on monitor support must be at 120, enable 120 output to set automatic. How the game now supports variable refresh rate settings. 120 refresh rate on may reduce the input latency and improve the smoothness of the rendering on the compatible devices. Results may vary. Effects are not guaranteed for every operating environment. So it might work, might not work. Even though the game is a 60 frame game, even though you're having the variable refresh rate to 120, it's still going to refresh at 60 frames per second. But I guess the high end of 60 solid. I don't know. Training mode added throw to the attack type indicator. That's good. Starter indicator now shows corresponding data. Room match, main improvements to the game screen and spectators. You can now invite Steam friends. That's nice. Revise available pause menu upon options in the room. Does that kind of suck? Hyper defense, we got to change. Resolved couldn't hyper defense for a set period of time following a successful hyper defense. What? I still don't think that shit works the way it's supposed to. Projectiles resolved a visual effect would remain on screen under certain circumstances. Ooh, that's not good. Breaking resolved couldn't break moves under certain circumstances that should be able to break. Rock Howard, Rage Run, they resolved the issue where it couldn't move the opponent under certain circumstances. Vox Reaper, his Ghoul Dangai and his Shungi Ruki. Revixel After image now shows properly, and damage was too high under certain circumstances. Kevin Arcade style, avoid mine. Resolve couldn't move behind opponent under certain circumstances. And for Hataru, resolved issue where hitting the opponent with a reflected projectile would prevent some attacks from connecting after. There's only one Hataru. Hokotaru. Oh no, okay, so this is the girl. This is the girl in the blue. Hotaru, yes. And Hoku Tomaru, no longer any backward movement when taking damage. That's good. I mean, I don't know. You can't move back when taking damage. That's a nerf. It's not supposed to happen, but that's a nerf. His Karakoshi Wari changed input recognition time from 10 frames to 8 frames. Ooh, buff. Billy Kane, his combination attack couldn't feint cancel. Now he can after his combination 1 attack. Mai Shiranuri, her dodge attack, her high dodge attack, upper invincibility during startup ended too early, so that's a buff. Andy Bogart, what did they give my boy Andy? His Shoryuken resolved breaking buffer timing was too short. I think that's his DP, and it is really, really short. Arcade style, resolve wouldn't guard crush. Training mode, bunch of updates. Resolve data wouldn't show properly. Health gauge, resolve recovering health. Just defense wouldn't let you permanently exceed the value of the health gauge. Frame save loads and the costume wouldn't show properly during my hitting gear when you save the loaded at these certain moments. Gauge, guard gauge. Resolved wouldn't exceed the value in the guard gauge adjuster when guard gauge recovery was set to normal. Control scheme, certain configurations could change the control scheme's navigation to settings. Oh, so that would just change it for you. That sucked. Dummy wouldn't just defend in the air when guard types were set to random. Recordings resolved dummy wouldn't behave differently than the time recording. Issue occurred where dummy control scheme upon playback was not the same as the time recording. And online training display settings wouldn't revert to default. Issue occurred when heading into online training and after restraining and return to the room. The restart function would stop working after repeated use, and button config, offline mode, button mapping were applied. Trials, the arcade style for Andy corrected a special move on level select screen. I did it, but I guess it did it wrong, maybe? I don't know. SPG for time attack, resolve revert to Excel ratio on start. Ooh, that sucks, especially if you like your SPG like in the middle or something. The basics, the Rev Arts corrected smart style exercise explanation. Button config versus resolve your control schemes wouldn't stop working if you close the button config immediately after another player. Battle settings and screen settings, control schemes. Changes in battle would also apply to the controller settings option on settings screen. You could change Andy's voice now in the gallery, remove the unrelated elements. Arcade style for super dodge attacks for Andy. Resolve wouldn't come out when performing a combination attack overhead ender. Smart style, resolve wouldn't come out. This is the dodge attack. After a dodge attack after the second part of the combination attack. For her fatal rave, resolved the option, resolved a problem with the first part of the skill Hana Arashi portion wouldn't hit. Issue occurred if landed and the fatal rave after breaking the first part of the separate Hana Ashi. Andy, correct the move name. The Kyokyuin is the Kyosin. Okay. Online made adjustments to reduce connection errors. Thank God. Resolved several amount of issues, meaning the online will be better, hopefully. All right, known issues that we have to fix in the future. Kim Dong Hwan, his arcade style is Ramizan. When breaking this move into the air version of Ramizan, the game treats it as a Rev Excel, even if it doesn't hit. So that makes him have to waste Rev gauge, which is kind of shitty. Also in the air, his Ramizan, when breaking this move into Hisho Haiku Rev, the game treats it as a Rev Excel, even if it doesn't hit. So yeah, that's supposed to be not an option select. You like If it doesn't hit, then the move, like, I guess, doesn't come out in the air. So they're working on that. Additional measures, what they're going to be looking for in the future. We confirm reports of following behavior of some users playing the game illegally via applications obtaining from external sites using the external tools to engage in misconduct. Yeah, guys, just not many people have bought the game, so don't try to pirate it. If you like the game, please buy it because it kind of needs all the help it can get right now. We're taking action against these violations with penalty measures such as account suspension being considered. The development team will continue to strengthen systems so that everyone can enjoy the game safely and properly to the end. We ask for the cooperation of all users to help create an enjoyable game environment for all. So once again, man, nothing sweeping as far as balance goes, but we got the Ken trailer. Andy just came out. I think Andy's really dope. They said they made the connection better, so that's really dope. Fixing minor problems with the game. I mean, for a game that's not sold a lot of copies, but is being played, but not being played as much as other games, the dev team really is digging in and fixing the game. So that's I hope that continues, man. I really hope that continues, man. Are you playing City of the Wolves? Let me know. And if so, we'll see you guys online. Got my Andy, and of course, you know, my DJ. I'm a DJ, man. Of course, we'll see you guys on the weekends online playing Dad's Play. And of course, Shadow Shell I have is Preacher. But until next time, see you guys online. I'm out. Peace.